You're out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize.
Was not supposed to make it out of that car crash. That car crash was absolutely done to end his life, deliberately done. But when things like that are deliberately done, there have to be other people involved, other casualties involved to make it look like an accident.
It all makes sense now. The Sacred Symbol live and direct.
The pattern emerging around Jake Paul's fighting career has become impossible to ignore. 13 opponents, 13 careers forever changed. What follows isn't just coincidence. It's a trail of destruction spanning 4 years, near-fatal incidents, catastrophic accidents, and lives completely dismantled. And now, Anthony Joshua's near-death crash in Nigeria, occurring just 10 days after their fight, has people asking the question nobody wants to answer. Is this all just bad luck, or is something far more sinister at play? Anthony Joshua wasn't meant to survive that crash. The wreckage, the circumstances, the timing, everything points to something deliberately orchestrated to end his life. But here's the chilling reality about manufactured accidents. They require collateral damage, innocent lives caught in the crossfire to maintain the illusion of coincidence. When someone is marked for elimination, others must fall alongside them to preserve the narrative of tragic accident rather than calculated assassination. Suddenly, the puzzle pieces align. The sacrifice symbolism is no longer hidden, it's broadcast in plain sight. Jake Paul's opponents face a disturbing pattern. 13 fighters, and nearly every single one experiences catastrophic downfall or serious health crises afterward. 2 fighters nearly died, 1 fatal crash, multiple careers completely destroyed, all within a 4-year window. Now Anthony Joshua survives a devastating crash in Nigeria just 10 days post-fight. The internet erupts, resurrecting Kanye's warnings about industry sacrifices. Whispers spread that Anthony's crash was no accident, that it was retribution for going off script, for refusing to let Jake win as allegedly arranged. An even darker theory emerges, that Anthony sold his soul and his 2 friends who perished were the required sacrifice. The parallels are haunting. Consider Francis Ngannou's accident last year, also in Nigeria, also resulting in death. A 17-year-old girl lost. And now, Jake Paul publicly declares Ngannou as his next target. The coincidences stack too high to ignore. Was Anthony Joshua's crash genuine misfortune, or does something profoundly sinister orbit Jake Paul's career? The question isn't conspiracy anymore, it's pattern recognition. Social media descends into chaos, dissecting every angle of Anthony Joshua's crash. The theories multiply exponentially, and a growing majority now believes this was orchestrated violence, not random accident. The comments reveal the collective suspicion. Anthony deviated from the script and now he's marked. Netflix involvement suggests cabal connections. The narrative demanded the big black champion lose. Others see ritual sacrifice, echoing what happened to Ngannou. Some note the timing, right after securing generational wealth. The performance aspect feels calculated. Videos show Anthony appearing virtually unscathed. The prevailing theory, he broke the predetermined outcome, and those funding the spectacle planned his execution. His survival was pure chance. They may wait now, as immediate action would confirm suspicions, but consequences will come. Something will make him regret his defiance. But others interpret the tragedy differently. Perhaps Anthony wasn't the target. Perhaps he was the executioner. The theory shifts. Anthony didn't nearly die. He paid the price. His 2 friends who perished weren't collateral. They were the offering, the exchange for money, for power, for whatever deal was struck. This resurrects Kanye's explosive claims from years ago, when he declared his own mother, Donda, was sacrificed for his ascension. He named names, celebrities who allegedly surrendered loved ones for fame. Michael Jordan's father, Bill Cosby's son, Dr. Dre's son. Kanye warned about Hollywood's missing persons epidemic, about the industry's formula: control through trauma, profit through pain, monetize and traumatize. Now fans scrutinize Anthony's accident through this lens, wondering if it follows the same ancient pattern.
My mama was sacrificed.
Me too.
You understand?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Michael Jordan, what about him? His daddy, right? Bill Cosby, his son, right? Dr. Dre, his son. You're out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize.
The Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul fight was wrong from the opening bell. The footage defies logic, AJ visibly pulling punches, barely connecting despite clear opportunities. Early rounds showed him attempting the gentlest knockout attempts in boxing history. Then came the moment everyone replays obsessively, when AJ broke Jake's jaw. Jake's expression wasn't pain, it was shock, pure undiluted disbelief. Meanwhile, Joshua grinned, almost laughing, staring directly at him with knowing eyes. That wasn't normal fight psychology. That was the look of someone realizing the script just got rewritten in real time. The speculation intensifies. Was this another choreographed spectacle with Jake's victory predetermined? Was Anthony paid up front to take the fall, only to decide at the final moment to deliver a genuine lesson instead? Clips circulate allegedly showing Jake warning AJ to follow the script or else. The so-called Jake Paul curse isn't speculation anymore. It's documented reality. 13 opponents. The casualty list grows uncomfortable. Mike Tyson nearly died before their fight. 8 blood transfusions, half his blood lost from a bleeding ulcer, weeks hospitalized. Nate Robinson vanished from public life entirely. Ben Askren nearly died from lung failure. Tyron Woodley fell from championship contender to publicly bankrupt. Tommy Fury's existence imploded. Marriage destroyed. Career demolished. Ryan Borland quit boxing altogether and became a plumber. Beyond the physical destruction, observers note Jake's symbolism, the all-seeing eye tattooed across his chest, skulls, demons, esoteric designs linked to occult practices, and that tongue gesture he performs after every fight, the reptilian flick that some interpret as communication to elite controllers. Then there's the number 33 appearing with impossible frequency. The first fight, 33 million viewers. Anthony's professional record, his 33rd career fight, his record of 29 wins and 4 losses. 29 plus 4 equals 33. Why does this number haunt every detail? Sometimes numbers are meaningless coincidence. But when you understand how elite power structures operate, when you recognize their obsession with numerology and ritual, you realize nothing is ever truly random. Patterns exist for those willing to see them. So we arrive at the unavoidable question: what really transpired? Was that car crash merely tragic coincidence, or something infinitely darker? Some believe it was a warning, punishment for Anthony's script deviation, for refusing his assigned role. Others theorize it was meant to be fatal, an execution for embarrassing powerful entities on the world's biggest stage. And then there's the most disturbing possibility, that Anthony enacted precisely what Kanye described, sacrificing those closest to him in exchange for success, power, or protection. It sounds insane, impossible, yet the timing, the coincidences, the undeniable pattern have millions questioning everything. Or perhaps it's none of this. Perhaps we're collectively reading meaning into meaningless tragedy. Perhaps this was nothing more than a horrible accident, coincidentally occurring after AJ's highest profile fight. But coincidence requires believability, and at a certain point, coincidence becomes statistically impossible. So what do you believe? Is this part of something larger and darker than we can imagine, or are we losing our minds connecting dots that were never meant to form a picture?